Hi all! I have just run out of the Loewe A show. It's just little old me in the car at the moment. But I'm going to give you the rundown of Loewe A Autumn Winter 19 menswear. Really exciting because, excusez-moi, really exciting because Loewe A did a runway show, and they had previously been doing lookbooks for quite a few seasons now, and so the show was in the same space as the women's was last season. It's the Maison de l'UNESCO, which is a really interesting site, lots of interesting architectural spaces, and last time there was lots of, for the women's I mean, lots of sculptural pieces in the round. This was beautiful yellow ochre shade, floor to ceiling, awash. Floor was slightly spongy, and seats are these clear glass. It's all very architecturally designed, feels very beautiful, and in keeping with Loewe A, of course. But so as I said, lots of yellow and slightly folds in some of the walls. It almost looked like leather folds, and it very well might have been. I didn't get a chance to go up and have a touch of feel. So beautiful yellow scenes, almost mustardy actually. Really, really stunning. Very excited to see the clothes in motion because we've been given static images for so long, and I wasn't disappointed. These clothes, it almost feels a travesty that it's been a lookbook for so long, because these clothes are crying out to be captured in movement. There was beautiful sweeping shearlings, ever so lovely caps, as if old school flight caps, do you know the ones I mean, kind of World War II little caps, but with big Loewe A logos on the back, and traipsing straps. Beautiful knitwear that goes just over the tush with amazing beading, and so the knitwear is thick and cable but looks very light, so it has that warmth to it, but it looks light on the model, and then it's peppered with these cosmic jewels almost, but they're round and soft beads. They're a hybrid between beads and jewels. There's not so much sparkle, but much more of a natural element, and this mimics a cosmic star constellation impression, which was really beautiful. Lots more flowing elements, but the one piece that really lends itself to the runway was these, you could call them chaps, you could call them waders. They were a combination of both, and they were inspired by sort of fisherman wellies and waders, but they had a silver trim, which I'm not sure if it was actual a metal finish or if it was actually silver trim. I didn't get to see up close, but as it moved, big swathes and kind of creating a gust as the model moved, and these almost had a fetishistic element to them. They're in leather, they could be chaps, they could be waders, and there's something there about a little bit of naughty, which I quite like, and also that's quite J.W. Anderson, I think. It's nice to have a little bit of cheeky there. Beautiful suiting as well. There was an all baby blue look and an all baby pink look with almost new romantic sleeves. I don't mean lacy and frilly, I just mean long and extended outside of the blazer, which adds this real romance to the collection. These suits were actually taken from the women's wear, and they kept the waist as it was for the women, so there's this real elegance and suaveness to these models who are walking in the suits. Really, really spectacular. The tactility of the collection as well was really something to behold. Large knitted pieces in rainbows with that kind of continued from jumper and swathing around the neck, with just the right amount of hole in them. So again, that slight peekaboo element, little bit tongue-in-cheek, but really, as in you could wear it. You could wear it on a cold winter's day as well, and it wouldn't seem unorthodox. Lots of wonderful knits, wonderful textures, shearling as well, draping. It was just really rich in texture, and you wanted to touch everything, and all that feels luxury, and particularly on a -2 day today, as it is in Paris, you wanted to wrap up in these beautiful clothes and feel the leathers, and there was a lot of leather, and it was all really, really wonderful. And I keep doing this because I just wanted to grab everything. It was a really impressive collection. They also had a fantastic soundtrack which added to this slightly tongue-in-cheek, ever so slightly erotic elements. at play, and it was Rihanna's Love on the Brain, but much slowed down, much remixed, which was really fun. It is amazing how much difference music can make when you're watching a show, and as soon as you heard that familiar voice, you start feeling a little bit more romantic about the clothes, and you start kind of settling into your chair a little bit more, and everything starts to pop. And so I was really thoroughly impressed with this collection. I want to touch it, I want to feel it, I want to try it on, and it's menswear, but there was a real romance, a real slight tongue-in-cheekness, but also just the finish of everything, the texture of everything. The colour palette was absolutely divine as well. I'm really, really, really impressed. I'll say really one more time. Really, 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 really impressed, and I look forward to seeing more, and I hope they continue with the show format because it really works. It was a splendid event. So I'm signing off now, and I'm back this afternoon with more reviews. Bye guys.